Hey KU fans, welcome back to Manhattan, Kansas, here at Bramlage Coliseum with Benton Smith. I'm Matt Tate and this is KU Sports Extra. KU needed a little extra from inside today, as a matter of fact, to find a way to win this one. 62-58 over the Kansas State Wildcats, a 2-win conference Kansas State team. I don't know about you, but I didn't think this was going to be anywhere near this close.
No, not at all. Which, I mean, obviously we should have known better, right?
Probably.
Because, like, as bad as K-State has been, like, this is always one of the most important games, if not the most important game on the schedule.
Sure.
It matters to the guys in the K-State uniform, and they came out and they competed hard. They're obviously good defensively.
Right.
And they did a masterful job on everybody except Devon Dotson.
Even they did a decent job on him. I mean, 25 points, and he carried Kansas's offense, but it was all hard. I mean, none of it came easy.
Look CeCe when he does it.
Well, we did talk about that during the game. But, I mean, he got hit. He got thrown to the floor. Finishing through contact, going to the free throw line. I mean, his 25 points were worth probably 50 today because he earned so many of them and took such a beating. But KU needed every one of them today, and he was phenomenal. No one else in double figures.
No.
Udoka goes down with an ankle injury
That's
early.
a big part of that, right?
It was, but K-State showed in that first game that they kind of knew how to handle Udoka a little bit, or at least limit him.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no doubt that this is a different team. When he's out, he missed a handful of minutes in the first half, went straight back to the locker room. I mean, it looked pretty significant.
Mm-hmm.
Did come in with about 9 minutes left in the first half, but really wasn't at all effective after that.
No.
He was out there. He finished with 6 points, 9 rebounds. Those are monster numbers compared to what I thought I saw with my eyes.
Yeah, because he just wasn't as engaged and not as mobile, not covering as much space on the defensive end of the floor. K-State got off so many shots that normally Udoka just makes you not even take those shots or contest them or just erases them, by blocking them. But they were scoring on those type of shots because Udoka wasn't himself. So I thought that was a big part of the second half as well.
Yeah, three-pointing, is that a thing? Three-point shooting was huge in this game, too. KU couldn't buy one. 0 for their first 8 in the second half. I don't even know what they finished, 4 for 14 maybe?
Yeah, and 1 for 10 in the second half.
1 for 10 in the second half. The one was huge.
Yeah.
Christian Brown from right in front of the student section with KU only up 2 points late in the game, just pulls the trigger, lets it go, buries it. They're up 5. He does his bow and arrow thing, holds up the 3 for the crowd. That stuff's fun. I mean, I get that the way the last one ended, you might not want to see any of that stuff, but today was terrific. They moved past that. We'll get into it in a minute. But even that, where he kind of, held it up and whatnot, nobody seemed bothered by that.
Real quick, not malicious.
Right.
The same thing he would do in any other game if
Definitely
he hit that
right.
shot.
Timeout, K-State. They run to the benches. KU's up 5, and really that was pretty much the game. I mean, they closed and made it interesting down the stretch. But KU hit free throws. Devon Dotson 8 of 8 at the line. They just. I think you wrote about this. This was just such a find a way to win game. It wasn't pretty. It was low scoring.
And to do it without Udoka, they played the last 6:23 without him.
Right.
So David McCormick's on the floor, and obviously he's not the defender that Udoka is, even though he's healthy.
Right.
I mean, he can't do the same things that a healthy Udoka does.
Right.
So I thought that was probably the most impressive part of today's KU win is that they finished in crunch time without such an important player.
Good point. A couple of cool things about sort of the follow-up to that fight in Lawrence. Before the game, the teams met at half court, shook hands, kind of a show of, hey, all good, everything's fine. And Self said that was an idea that he and KU administrator Sean Lester came up with. They approached K-State about it. Of course, they were all in. It's a good tone to set for the game.
Absolutely. Yep.
Late in the game, Devon Dotson, in a 5-point game with K-State still trying to find a way to win, Devon Dotson and Cartier-Jada sitting there at the top of the free throw, or the top of the key, laughing, giving each other, the business, having fun. Dotson told me after the game that it was jokes. Cartier was just cracking him up, and they're friends. So those images are way better than the images we saw the last time these two met. And I think while everyone will continue to remember that, and it was ugly and it was embarrassing, I think this one went a long way toward putting that in the past. It'll keep being brought up and it'll be a thing forever, but I think they proved that they've grown from it, they matured, and everybody can move on.
Yeah, both teams. I mean, there was really nothing like
Nothing.
after the fact. There were some hard fouls.
Right.
I mean, KU players could have, taken it the wrong way.
Right.
But because they were having to, like you said, Dotson earning those points by going and finishing through contact. I mean, K-State fouls hard. They have to. That's part of their identity as a defensive first team. But I mean, we didn't see anything close to something escalating.
No, not at all. And then the last bit of news for today, while KU was playing and winning on the road, Baylor lost. Baylor lost to TCU. So with 2 games to play, KU is officially up 1 game. What a difference a week makes. Last week they go down to Waco down a game. A week later they're up a game. And heading home Wednesday night against TCU, the same TCU team that beat Baylor, with a chance to clinch at least a share of the title and keep this thing rolling. So a big day for Kansas, and this one was not a guarantee for a lot of that second half. They had to find a way. They did. They're 26-3 overall, 15-1 in Big 12 play, and 1 game up on the Baylor Bears. Any final thoughts?
Just to reiterate what you just said, like it's pretty incredible that the standings have flipped like that in just a matter of 7-8 days.
7 days.
I mean, KU in a great spot now, has 2 games left to win it outright.
Yeah, and Benton's back from San Diego, where he never went. If you guys watched the KU Sports Extra solo edition after the Waco win.
It's okay, you were frazzled.
I was frazzled. I missed you.
Show,
I missed you. I said he went to San Diego. He went to LA. He saw the Kobe Bryant murals. Pretty cool stuff. So KU wins at 62-58 here in Manhattan. We're heading back to Lawrence, and we'll see you guys Wednesday night at Allen Fieldhouse for senior night for Doak and Isaiah Moss. Should be fun. We'll talk to you guys again real soon. Thanks for checking out KU Sports Extra.